Hey, welcome back, guys. From Games Mania. This is Games Mania Doherty, and we're on to our final, and this is our last part of our PS2 Complete Game Collection. So this is our last video for the PlayStation 2 series that we have for now, anyway. So we're going to get straight into that now, guys. Here we go. Okay, so this is our collection right here. This is what we have to show. So we got the first game here we have is Smugglers Run. Guys, great cover art, right? I definitely like this one. A great game by Rockstar Games. So it's basically you're driving around in kind of buggies, kind of go-karts, and you drive through snow and you level select. And it says here levels are over 15 square miles each, all with a drive anywhere. Environment filled with other smugglers and enforcement officials. And it shows some of the images there just to show you. Okay, once again, the front cover is great. This is side. And there we have the disc. Okay, and that's the instruction manual. Okay, and again, guys, lots of pages, because as you know, the earlier on games had a lot of pages in the instruction manuals. And the game release is actually going back to 2000, so beginning of the century, guys. One of the earliest PlayStation 2 games. Again, great game. That's called Smugglers Run. Okay, definitely recommended of your PlayStation 2 games. Okay, so the next game then we have is another great one by Rockstar, which is actually Smugglers Run 2. So they had another one in the series. Again, another great kind of a cover art. Again, great colouring. There's the back of the box with the images just to show you. More great images there. Smugglers Run, hostile territory, and it gives you some more info there on the game. Again, more or less the same idea. You know, you have your level select, race across war, ravaged scenarios, I think it says. If that is what it says. Use new vehicles to cross hazardous terrain and delivery explosive contraband, and it shows just that you can drive in snow and you can drive in deserty kind of landscapes. And there's the instruction. There's no instruction manual actually in this one, just the kind of card thing. Then you have the disc there for this one. Okay, Smugglers Run 2. And I believe that this one came out in 2001. Looks like there. And then again, back of the box once more, and there's the front of the box. That's it, guys. Smugglers Run 2, Rockstar Games. Great game. Okay, moving on. The next game that we have in the collection is SSX. As we did previous videos of the SSX series, this is one which we hadn't covered, which is the first SSX game. And again, guys, the cover art looks great. An EA Games, so they always made good games too. There's the back of the box with some of the images just to show you. Big air, full contact, high speed. So as you know, it's a game about snowboarding. You know, you level select and you ride on a snowboard, and you basically racing against other snowboarders, and there's challenges and all that kind of a thing in there. And again, there's just some more of the images. So that's the disc, just to show you. And the instruction manual again, guys, really heavy instruction manual with all the settings, the game settings and controls and all of that stuff. Lots to show there. And that's the disc, just to show you once again. The release year is also 2000, so another early century game. So we're kind of covering some of the oldest games in this video game review. So the next game, moving on, is SSX on Tour. So this is our next game from the SSX series, another one which we have not covered. Nice cover art. EA Games again, guys. Rule of the Mountain, says there. And a couple of the images just to show you. So again, more enhanced snowboarding. I think the graphics as well, they improve as time goes on with these games. They all kind of get better over time. There's the disc and the instruction manual just to show you. As the games got little thinner instructions as they went along. There's another thing for EA Games, a guide for EA Games. There's the disc just to show you. Release year is 2005 on this one. That's SSX on tour. Nice game. Okay, moving on, guys. The next game that we have, and this one has net play, MX versus ATV Untamed, and this is by THQ. Great game. So if you've played a game like this, you'll know that it's kind of like you're driving in mucky conditions. So you have your dirt bikes, also known as Sanches, you know, the dirt bikes, and you have quad bikes. So you race and you drive around and you do challenges in quad bikes and dirt bikes. Welcome to the Unpaved. There's a couple of the images just to show you. And it just says here about some of the settings in the game. Own the off-road, X-Cross, rhythm racing, customization and online play. 6 players complete online. Once again, that's the back, that's the front. Let's take a look inside. There's the nice instruction manual. Again, guys, getting really thin, so nice small instruction manual. And there's the disc. Great, nice disc as well. The release year is 2008. So, yeah, MX versus ATV Untamed by THQ. Nice game. Great game. Okay, moving on to our next row. We're on to rally games now. So, this is our last section of rally games. So, the first one we have here is nice cover art. It's quite white, basic looking. But we have WRC World Rally Championship. So this was, I think, the first of the series of the World Rally Games. That's the back of the box. Some of the images just to show you. Experience all the power of WRC as the driver and machine go up against the harshest element of nature in a fierce battle of survival. 81 tracks. 10 2-player stages to complete. It also says that there. So again, guys, you know, if you're into rally games, if you're into WRC, or if you even go to real rallies, you'll know how the game is. And this is a great one. I recommend checking it out. If you haven't played it, it's an old game now, but some of these games, guys, great car engines, all the same. The game came out in 2001. That's it there. Front cover once again, back cover. And a really big instruction manual. I mean, meaning a lot of pages in it. Settings there, all about the game. You know, you can use your steering wheel, I think, in some of these as well, if you have that, the old PlayStation steering wheel. There's the disc, once again, guys. WRC World Rally Championship. Okay, moving on. So the next one that we didn't talk about in our WRC series, another one with net play. This is WRC 4 World Rally Championship. Great cover art. Quite colourful. There's the back of the box. The official game of WRC. Courage, reactions, skills, nerve, experience, the rawest extreme sport of them all. It's a 2004 game, I believe. Just some more of the settings and stuff there, and all the sponsorships. Take a look inside. Really big instruction manual. Yeah, lots of pages in that one. Look at all that. And then there's the disc. Nice disc as well. So yeah, that's another great one for the collection if you're interested. If you haven't checked it out or played it or maybe looked for it online. WRC4 World Rally Championship. Great game. That's another one in the series. So the next game that we have here in our rally game series is, we may have talked about it in previous videos, and this one here is Colin McRae Rally 3. Nice cover art. There's the back of the box just to show you. The greatest rally game in the world. Closer than anything else to the physical and mental demands of sport. So, just more information on the gameplay there, guys. Great imagery. Again, probably, whoops, that's the disc. So, just to show you, the thing inside is a little bit damaged. Still have the receipt inside, and there's the instruction manual just to show you. Again, another great one for the series, but I wouldn't go mad on it. Maybe some of the older ones, the further you go back, they're better. But again, this is getting quite old now. So this one, I believe, is actually, this one is 2002. Yeah, from the Colin McRae Rally 3. So yeah, again, guys, great game. Another one for your rally game collection if you're into PlayStation rally games. Moving on, the next one here we have is, this one also has NetPlay. Colin McRae Rally 2005. That's the next one we have to show you. That's the back of the box. Shows some of the cars that you can get in the gameplay. Down at the bottom there. More of the images. Driving through deserts. Driving through snow. And all of that kind of crack. And there's the disc just to show you. Nice disc. And the instruction manual. Quite a few pages in there too, just to show you. Yep. And once again, front, back. And this one is 2004, I think, is the release year. If you're interested. That's it there. Great game. Colin McRae Rally 2005. That's our rally games done with. So we move on to our last row of games. We've got a bit of a mix going on here. So the next game that we have here is a classic called Rayman 3. So I believe that there's more in the series where that one came from. Again, nice cover art. The turquoisey blue with the writing at the top. That's the back of the box just to show you. And the settings about the game right there. Total wicked enemies, and so this is kind of a animated, kind of a cartoon style game where you it's kind of, if you kind of go back to the Crash Bandicoot years, you know, you were collecting and damaging boxes and stuff and smashing things and jumping and climbing. Lots of jumping and climbing and stuff involved in the game. Very colourful as well. The animation is really excellent in the game, so it's well recommended. That's the back of the box. That's the front of the box. And there's no instruction manual on this one. Bought some of them online, so they don't actually have the instruction manuals. So that's the disc right there. And it came out in 2003, I think it might have been. I'm not 100% sure on the year, but that's, once again, that's the game, Rayman 3. Okay, moving on, guys. The next game that we have here is a classic from the series, which is, we may have talked about other later games, but we're going back to an older one here, which is 007 Nightfire. This is a fantastic game, well recommended. EA Games, great cover art. That's the back of the box. Do you have what it takes to be Bond? And the images right there of the gameplay. All new storyline featuring Pierce Brosnan. So he's the player of this game. And it came out in 2002. Classic 007 Nightfire. Great game. I recommend it. There's the instruction manual. We were still with a lot of pages at this stage, as I always say. Settings on the game. Yeah, and there's the disc, just to show you. Okay. 007 Nightfire. It's a classic. Play it if you never did. It's old now, but it's a good game. Okay, moving on. And we have 3 more to go, guys. So the next game that we have is a classic called Pimp My Ride, which you may have watched on TV. There was a a TV show of this where they customized people's cars. It was shown on MTV. So the game is made by Activision, and great cover art, great colouring there on the front. There's the back. Some of the images just to show you. So, you know, you customize an old wreck of a car and you turn it into something customized that you would see in you know, really, really high qualified exhausts, or, you know, when a car is customized, you might have nitro in the car, or you might have spoilers or a whole lot of things added onto the car and make the car really, really fancy. So that's the idea of that. And the game came out in 2006. It's a 2006 game, I believe. Once again, front cover art, back cover art. Inside we have the instruction manual right here. And that's the disc. If you're interested, that's it there, guys. Pimp My Ride, made by Activision. Good game. Right, guys, we're on to our last two games out of our PS2 collection video for 2019. And the next game that we have here is another one which we've talked about in the past, but this is one we hadn't covered, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. And again, nice cover art. Activision make the game. That's the back of the box just to show you. So, skateboarding, you know, different levels. Every skater has a story, create yours. And there's just some of the images just to show you. And the release year is 2007. Came out in 2007. But in my opinion on the game, I think that the graphics just really, really went downhill as these games went on. And I gotta be honest, because I've played from some of the previous games, they had much, much better graphics if you go back to the Pro Skater games. But again, it's just another one for the collection if you're interested. It's a great game. Still play it. Still another fun one to have. That's it there, guys. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Check it out. And it came out in 2007, like I said, yeah. That's it, guys. We're on to our final game of this collection video. And the last one that we were saving, which we hadn't talked about before, but we were going to talk about it, but we didn't actually have it, but we bought it since. It is Burnout Revenge. So, yeah, that's the front cover art, guys, just to show you. EA Games. It also has NetPlay. So there's the back of the box, just to show you great imagery there. Just shows a list of all the different races that you can do and the track select and all that kind of stuff. So there's the disc inside just to show you. Burnout Revenge. And there's the instruction manual. Just shows some stuff there. I think that's it. Yep. The game is a 2005 game. Great game. Well recommended. Fast driving, great steering, great handling. Another phenomenal Burnout. But if you haven't played it, definitely check it out. It's another great game for your collection. And this one has NetPlay also. So if you still actually have a PlayStation 2 with network play, you can actually try that out. But again, Burnout Revenge, another great game for your collection. Definitely a good one for the collection also. That's all I can say, guys. I can't say any more. I've said it. Play it. Burnout Revenge. That's it for our... That's more or less it, guys. We've come to the end now. So, yeah, we've talked quite a lot about PlayStation 2 games since we began this whole PS2 review thing. But this is our last one, and I guess we've covered quite a bit. So, yeah, that's it now, guys. Part 6, I believe, finished of our PS2 review. See you again soon. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe, comment, like, rate, all that kind of stuff. And hopefully we'll come out with some other projects later on with other maybe game reviews or something else. We might start some reviews on PlayStation 1 games, or we might do a review on PS3 or PS4 or something like that, or maybe a console review. But once again, thanks again, guys. All good stuff. And we'll see you later on.